Afternoon to all of you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Can you hear me?
Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon to all of you.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
At least don't wish others. But when somebody wishes you, wish them. Anna Vijo, isn't it? Am I right? It should be our fashion, isn't it? It should be our fashion, Magna, isn't it? Don't wish others. But when somebody wishes, we should wish them. That should be our fashion style of life. Okay. Childhood, a poem written by Marcus Nathan. Only 4 stanzas are there. This poem, Childhood, is written on the background of a man's growth, physiology, growth. Or in a way, I would say some psychologists are sitting here, so I am afraid. So, in a psychological point of view, when I say physiology, they would oppose me. Sir, what is your relation with the biology and all these things? We psychologists are sitting here. Nowadays, everything is based on psychology. Okay, both are there. Every balance has 2 sides, isn't it, Meghana? There are 2 sides for every balance. One to keep the weight, the other to keep the lady's finger. Ladies first. That is why I told ladies finger. Otherwise, I could say rice or some other thing, cereal or something. I said ladies finger because Ashish, these people say always ladies first. So we will take the weight of the ladies, empowerment of women, ladies finger. So 2 sides are there. I want physiology also, I want psychology also. Okay. So here, but here the lesson is make a travel through the physiology and a conclusion through psychology. Clear now? Both are satisfied. Now, both people have their happiness and joy. Aditya, let them enjoy. Aditya says, why, sir, why can't you add some mathematics in this matter? We will make mathematics. I will bring mathematics. I cannot avoid Aditya also, isn't it? At least he is number 1. And roll number 1. Okay. So here, childhood. I take all these things. This lesson is very simple, but it should be reflective in our life. You see, when did my childhood go? Was it the day I ceased to be 11? Was it the time I realized the hell and heaven could not be found in geography and therefore could not be? Was that the day? Here I call your attention to a psychological study of our growth. You see, psychology students, if I do some mistake, please correct me. Okay. You see, this is my psychology. Aditya, this is my psychology. Let us study theory psychology. We are practical psychology. So, you see, a human growth. A human growth. This human growth is divided into many stages. Then only you will understand the poem fully. What is the lowest beginning? What is the beginning of the human life? Biology students. Embryotic stage, embryo. It begins as an embryo. That's a primary stage. From the fully developed embryo, it reaches which stage? Tell me. Infancy. Infancy. Psychology students, you might have studied some other grouping, but this is my grouping. So from the embryo, you are reaching infancy. There you are called the child baby. Baby can be boy or girl, isn't it? So from the embryo, the infant is born. Next stage, childhood. This is nowadays maximum up to 5 years. Up to 5 years, we call the baby as a child. 1 year old baby, 2 years old child, 3 year old child, 4 year old child. Koch, not och, koch, child. From there, 5 to next stage, around 10, 11. 10, 11. Childhood grows up to here. Childhood. Clear? From this is 5 to 11. Okay. Then comes teenage. Teenage. 11 to around 14 or 15, you say, around your age. Then there comes early adulthood, early adolescence. This is around 15 to, take it, 18 or 20. Then comes youth. It is internationally 18 to 35. 35. Then comes adult. 35 to 60. There comes old man. Grown up. 60 plus. So, here the poet is making a reverse thinking. Where did my childhood go? Understood? This is the thing. The poet is making a survey. I had a childhood. Suppose you had a pinky. What is pinky, Aparna? What is pinky? You had a pinky. What is pinky? Who can say? 2,000 rupees note. Pink color, isn't it? Isn't it? You had a pinky. That is 2,000 rupees. Your pocket money. It is fallen down. You will search out where it has gone. Clear now? In this way, the grown-up man is thinking about his childhood. If you understand this structure, the poem, just we have to read it. That is why I'm making this structure. So he is making a reflective thinking towards his embryonic life. I had once upon a time, I had a childhood life. Where has it gone? He did not know where it is, but he knew one thing. There was a childhood. Clear now? There was a childhood. Now it is lost. But he does not know where it was lost, when it was lost. Now he is in search of his Pinky. He is in search of his lost childhood. So a lot of reflections came into his mind. A lot of psychological reflections came into his mind. And each and every thought comes, he says, no, that is not. That is not. That is not. Then he asks where it has gone, that we will find in the poem. Okay? You see. Now you read it. When did my childhood go? When did I lose my childhood? Was it the day I ceased to be 11? You see, here it is there, 11. Childhood is up to 5 to 11. As soon as I reached 11 years old, I lost it. I lost it. That means the time of losing childhood is, the deadline is age 11. He could not get a proper answer to him. So he asked again, was it the time I realized that hell and heaven could not be found in geography? School days, up to class 10, up to 10. We were studying there in the first lesson, grandmother, isn't it? Do you remember? When the child is sent to the city English medium school, there was no religion. There was no kind of teaching other than there was Western music, science, and everything. Do you remember? Do you remember? Yes. In this way, here the poet says, the man thinks, when I went to school and I learned geography, not history, geography, structure of the earth, geography, there I did not get a lesson about hell and heaven. Did you study in geography in class 10 about hell? Did you study? Aditya, did you study? No. So you see, is it the day when I celebrated my 11th birthday that I lost my childhood? Or the time I realized there are no hell and heaven? When I studied geography, I could not find a lesson on hell. I could not find a lesson on heaven in geography, CBSE syllabus, ICSE syllabus, even in the state syllabus also. There was no lesson about hell and heaven. Was that moment, was that time that I had lost my childhood? That means when I when I spend my time on studies, could not found in geography, and therefore could not be, was that the day? Since it is not in geography, since it is not found in geography, hell and heaven, since it is not found in geography, I told that there is no hell. I affirmed that there is no heaven because I could not see it in geography. Because where the age where I do my affirmations, conclusions by my own reasoning, my own thinking. You see, that is the meaning. With my own reasoning, with my own thinking, I confirm, I affirm that there are no hell and heaven because I haven't studied in geography. When I reached that thinking level, did I lose my childhood? He did not get an answer. But these are certain questions raised by his mind. CK. What is CK, Aishwarya? What is CK? Oh, Chetan Kumar. She says Chetan Kumar. CK Chetan Kumar. Meghana, what is CK? PSYCHE. That is why I ask you people. PS, I have taught you, other people also in class 10, I have taught you. CK is a Greek word meaning, what is? Mind. CK, mind, logo, science, psychology, science of the mind, sociology, science of the society, logos, wherever logi, one song is there, isn't it? Wherever the logi comes, it means science, study. CK, mind, sociology, science of the mind, society, psychology, science of the mind, anthropology, science of human, science of man, etymology, science of the root name, etymology, starting. So wherever you go, wherever logic comes, that is a science of something. That's a way how to study. Okay. This is their business work. It is not our course. So the boy, the man thinks that, is it at the time of my teenage that I lost my childhood? When did my childhood go? Was it the time I realized that adults were not at all? They seemed to be. When I little grown up, I understood these adults are not okay. This Josie sir is not okay. He says something and does something other than that. These people are like that. I cannot tell to other people, isn't it? That is why I'm blaming myself, isn't it? These people are saying, we love you. Papa says, I love you very much. Mama says, I love you more than your papa. My brother says, my sister, I love you so much. But we could not see that love in their life. They speak something and do something. This is the place where I lost my childhood, you see. Was it the time I realized that adults were not at all they seemed to be? They talked of love, preached of love, 100 words, painted words. They painted 1 hour with words about love. Love is extreme. Love is eternal. Love should stay here. We should love each other. You should love them. Painted with words. They talked of love and preached of love, but did not act so lovingly. In their act, there was no love. Was that the day I lost my childhood? No answer is there. When did my childhood go? That is adolescence, isn't it? Early adolescence. When did my childhood go? Was it when I found my mind was really mine? What is one word for that? When I found that, psychology students, today it is a day of psychology students. You see, what is the word for I found my mind was only mine? What do you say it? Otherwise, I will go to mathematics students. Biology students know only the anatomy of the body. I will go to mathematics students. They can make some assertions. What do you say? I found my mind was really mine. Achut? Should Achut is absent or not? Achut? Adul, mathematics. Gauri,
Yes, sir.
many are there, mathematics. Otherwise, I will go to applied mathematics. Because we are very hesitant. We do not like to speak about our nature, our character. Evelyn, isn't it? And we have 100 tongues to speak about our good qualities. Oh, something, oh, I am so great. I am a good singer. I am good artist. I am so and so. I am so and so. What about your mark? Only no tongue. No tongue. You see, when I found my mind was really mine, true selfishness. True selfishness. Aham. A feeling of aham. That is selfishness. When I realize that everything is mine, punya, when I think it is mine only, not yours, selfishness, feeling of selfishness, to use whichever way I choose. Who are you to ask me? Youth. Eh? India is my country. All Indians are my brothers and sisters. Since India is my country, I will do whatever I wish. I will walk wherever I want. I will even walk in the midst of the express highway because that is my road. Let the truck go some other way. What will happen? Truck also will say, the India is my country. He will hit you. Understood? There is a mind develops in us to ask why and what of everything. Do you think you are also asking the questions, isn't it? When mama says something, why mama saying like that? Why it is so? There is a question asked from your mind. Why? That is why I told you, don't ask me why. I have told you, isn't it? Don't ask me why. You are to obey only. You are to obey only. You see, to use whichever way I choose. Josie sir told, do like this. Sir, if I do like this, any problem? You see, connect yourself. Josie sir told, make the assignment in such a way. About one phone call came. Sir, if I do like this, any problem is there? Nobody phone. I make a, because I can only blame me, isn't it? I cannot blame anybody else. So you see that stage, youth. The third stanza is about youth, stage youth. Was it I found my mind was really mine to use whichever way I choose, producing thoughts that were not those of other people, but my own and mine alone. True selfishness in youth. Last stanza. Where did my childhood go? Again, the man did not get the answer. He asked the question. I went to some forgotten place. I went back to a forgotten place that is hidden in infant's face. That is all I know. After infancy, childhood comes. So when you reach 11 years old, what happens? This childhood went into infancy and you have taken a new phase. You see, here one bottle is here. Here one bottle is here. From this bottle you take infancy. You are an infant, baby. When you reach 2 years, that infancy, you took it from you and put it in this bottle. That went down. From here, you took childhood. You wore childhood. You lived 5 years with childhood. When you reach 11 years, what did you do? You peeled this childhood and put into the infancy. Then I wore teenage. So I was searching this childhood. At last, the author found his childhood together with infancy. That means the author says, if you want to find your life successful, you have to be like a child. You have to be like an infant. You have to come down. That is why the great saying is that 60 to 6, 70 to 7, 80 to 8. When a man reaches 60 years old, he will be like a 6-year-old child. You think about your grandparents. When the man reaches 70 years old, his nature will be coming to 7 years old. When the man becomes 80 years old, he becomes a child of 8 years. That is why I told board students shall not be kept with those 80 people, 70 people, because they will say, you go and sleep. You go and sleep. No need to study. Your sister will tell like that. You go and sleep. Take rest. Hey, and they will tell your papa and mummy, why are you making that child troubled? Always study, study, study. I study? I reached 8 years old. What is the purpose of studying all these things? They are becoming 8-year-old child. That is a problem. Clear now? Clear now? That is the thing. So if you want, Aparna, am I right? Am I right in this matter? Aparna says yes, then it is okay. She confirmed it. So if you want to find your childhood, you have to go to your infancy. You have to be a baby. That means without selfishness. Without selfishness. This is the content of the story, content of the poem. Okay, thank you. I end the meeting. Okay, thank you.